like 10 or 20. And let me check. At the moment, we have 100 and something views, 135 views, and overall, I gained like 6 subscribers. And man, I have almost 2,000 minutes of watch time on, that video. So honestly, I just want to thank you guys. Before I start the video, I just want to say thank you. One of the problems that I did have with that video was that for some reason, it did not let me add comments to that video. I don't know why. I tried to fix it, but I couldn't figure it out. It's like a new YouTube thing. So hopefully in this video, I can get comments on that. So sorry about that. That it didn't let me put comments on that video. I'm not too sure why. I don't know if it's a new YouTube thing. But I'll try to fix it on this video. But yeah, before I start the video, I just want to say that I just want to say thank you, like from the bottom of my heart. I was expecting to get like somewhere around 10 to 20 views, but I got over like 100, and then the watch time on it was like incredible. So I just want to say like thank you so much. That is incredible. And to anybody that subscribed, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. As well as on this video that I'm dropping right now, like this video that you're watching. If you're a new subscriber, or if you plan on subscribing, anything like that, or you just want to leave a nice comment, whatever, go ahead and I will try to respond to all the comments. If you're a new subscriber, let me know so I can like personally thank you. And if you're taking the time out of your day in general to just watch this video, thank you so much. You guys don't know how much I really appreciate it. And sorry that I'm taking like a whole week to post another video. I'm trying. It's just YouTube isn't like my full-time thing. It's like a side thing that I do. But I really enjoy doing it for you guys, and hopefully it's helping you guys kind of either like fall asleep, or it's just something interesting that you like learning about facts, or just watching some of my videos, as well as other stuff like I know some of these videos could be a distraction for things going on around you, especially in the times that we are in right now with a whole pandemic going on. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to every single one of you that watch my videos, all the new people that are watching my videos. Thank you guys so much, and hopefully you guys keep enjoying the videos and keep liking, subscribing, doing all that, and I'll keep posting the videos. With that being said, I said in the last video that I want to do something with like conspiracy theories, go into depth of fact videos, stuff like that. And I was just going through a post by Insider is what the website is called, and I found some pretty interesting conspiracy theories. So I wanted to kind of go through some of those, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed, I'm willing to do more fact videos and stuff like that, because I really like doing it. I really like researching videos, and then just researching videos, because I learn new things as well. Actually, one of these, or I'll just leave it for the end. I'll leave it for the end, because I was doing some research and actually found some interesting stuff that is like recent, for like a year or two. I think it started like 2018, and now it's 2020. But like now it's getting more traction than it was back then. But anyways, all right. If you guys don't mind, let's start. Alright, so this video I got from the webpage Insider, and it's just a couple conspiracy theories that I thought were pretty interesting. And yeah, so I'm not gonna go too into depth with this. It's just whatever they post, and I did do some background research on some of these, but not all of them. But anyways, the first one says, Roswell, New Mexico is a famous center for UFO-focused conspiracy theories. On July 4th, 1947, a man by the name of Mac Bressel went out to his sheep pasture in Roswell. He found some unusual objects like a metallic stick, foil or metallic sticks, foil reflectors, and paper scraps. Having no idea what the objects were, he decided to contact the sheriff. Sorry, I can't read today. Who then called the Roswell Army Air Force. The items he found were swiftly taken away by armored trucks. Many people believe that the objects were parts of an alien spaceship. But years later, it was discovered that the objects were part of a secret military project called Project Mogul, M-O-G-U-L, which aimed to eavesdrop on the Soviet Union. The most famous U.S. sighting in Flora, Mississippi. So this one was on February 10th, 1977. A very important day in the UFO conspiracy theory history. It was a day several police officers claimed to have seen a strange object hovering in the sky. A quote by one of the officers says, "It was approximately 15 to 18 feet off the ground, blue in color, like a metallic blue, and portholes around the center of it, shaped like an old spinning top kids used to use." The officers followed the UFO until it was vanished over the tree line. Years later, there seems to be two spots in the forest that measure about 15 feet each, where nothing is growing, but there has never been a formal explanation. So I'm guessing like those 15 feet where nothing is growing is where like they were parked or where they took off, which is pretty weird that nothing is growing there. I'd have to do, I guess, some research, see if in 2020 that's still a real thing, and I tried looking for it, but usually the only ones that came up were of the conspiracy theory, not of anything recent. But I mean, I could have overlooked it, so I'm not too sure if those two spots are still there. As well as in Mississippi, there was another report where it said two fishermen where Mississippi was also where two men reported they were abducted by aliens. Because I was doing some research on that, like I said, when I was looking about to see if the two spots were still there. But yeah, there was two gentlemen that said they had contact with an alien abduction, where they said like pretty much how the police officer described it. They described a spaceship similar to that one. They said they were fishing and they saw like a bright light and they thought it was the police, and when they looked up they saw something hovering above them making like a hissing sound, and the light was really bright. Anyways, they got abducted, and the person that actually got abducted wrote a book on this after years of being quiet about it, which he said, took a lot of, I guess, stress out of his, stress off of him, since he was afraid to talk about that for years. Okay, so the third fact is, disasters as well. I was reading through a couple, like, because this is my second time reading this, but in one of the other packs, they also had a conspiracy saying that this facility was responsible for creating natural disasters. There was a city that had a tornado, or I believe it was a tornado or hurricane, with like winds with a speed of like 200 miles per hour, and people had conspiracies or theorized that this facility was one of the reasons. Like, basically the army or like the government created these natural disasters using that facility. Alright, so let's continue with this. So the next fact talks about Yellowstone. Yellowstone has an active volcano, and it could wipe out the U.S. Conspiracists believe the government knows when the eruption will happen. Yellowstone National Park is 3,500 square miles of wilderness. Under the park, though, there is an active volcano that measures 44 miles, and if it erupts, it could wipe out the entire U.S. The volcano last erupted 600. Okay, well, let's try that again because there's like a really loud car passing by. Okay. Yellowstone has an active volcano and it could wipe out the U.S. Conspiracists believe the government knows when the eruption will happen. Yellowstone National Park is 3,500 square miles of wilderness. Under the park is an active volcano that measures 44 miles, and if it erupts, it could wipe out the entire U.S. The volcano last erupted 630,000 years ago, and the next eruption can happen any day. Conspiracists point to videos of animals running from Yellowstone, which people think is a sign of an upcoming eruption. Experts say the animals are just running from tourists. I don't think this is like new news though. Like, I thought everybody kind of knew that Yellowstone, or at least the volcano in Yellowstone, was supposed to erupt, or is supposed to erupt like any day now. And obviously, being a massive volcano, it is going to affect the U.S. But as well, like, I heard that this specific volcano isn't really only just a threat to the U.S. If it were to erupt, it could affect, obviously, our neighbors like Canada, Mexico, but as well as it could be like an international problem when it starts letting all that ash and smoke into our atmosphere. It'll affect pretty much the whole world. But yeah, I didn't think that was like something that only the government knew. I thought, because I'm pretty sure they were talking about this for a long time. I remember hearing about this on the news like recently. I would say, well, not recent, but like maybe like a year or two ago. But they were also saying they're trying to find ways to harvest the energy produced by the volcano, or basically trying to find ways that they could stop the volcano from erupting, or if it does erupt, from being like a massive problem nationally or internationally. write my facts down on a notebook, just to keep, I don't know, for random. I don't know. I just like to keep them. But anyway, 74 feet high, or 74 feet long, and 35 feet high. Brooklyn intended to place America's most prized possessions in this room, calling it the Hall of Records. While the room contains the U.S. Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, it is now sealed off to the public. Some believe that the government is hiding secrets, like proof of aliens, while others believe there are hidden treasures. An idea explored in Nicolas Cage's movie. I didn't even know that they had like that. That they had that. That's pretty amazing. How do you even access that? Well, I've never been to Mount Rushmore. Yeah, Mount Rushmore, right? I've never been there, so obviously, I don't know how to get there. But that's really interesting. I wish we could visit that, but it's close to the public, so that's a bummer. Alright, next one is Indiana's most notorious criminal, John Dillinger, and the conspiracy surrounding him. Wow, there's like a lot of like really loud cars passing by today. Or airplanes, I can't even tell. It's really annoying though. Alright, during the 1930s, John became a national sensation and was named public enemy number 1. He was wanted for armed robbery of multiple banks and stealing over $300,000. Wow, I don't even think you can do that now. I mean, you can, and you could get away with it, but that would be so difficult with how technology is nowadays. When arrested, he escaped prison using a wooden gun. He then had facial surgery to become unrecognizable. I also heard he got rid of his fingerprints with acid or something like that, so they couldn't get his fingerprints. After the FBI put $100,000 reward for him, he was killed in 1934. Some believe he was not killed due to the body having brown eyes, while Dillinger famously had gray eyes. The body also had illnesses the famous robber was never known for having. And I also heard the only reason he was caught was because the person who was hiding him snitched or something like that. But that's pretty incredible. And the Indianapolis Star, something like that, they received a letter claiming they were Dillinger, so people believed that he wasn't dead, he was still alive. They probably just got the wrong person or a look-alike. I mean, it could be possible. You even see it nowadays where our technology is advanced and all that, but till this day, which is sad, some people are falsely incarcerated or falsely accused because they look like someone but they're not really that person. It happens till this day, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happened back then. Alright, so the last one that I have for you guys today is called the Wow Signal. On August 15th, 1977, astronomers Jerry Ehman, I guess, recorded a radio signal using the Big Ear telescope at the Ohio State University. The sound was loud and lasted 72 seconds. Ekman wrote "wow" on the printout, thus naming it the Wow Signal. Unfortunately, the signal was never heard again. Some theorize it was an alien signal, while others say it was just a comet. Then some say it could be just a glitch in the telescope. And that is where it gets interesting, because I decided to do my own research. I was like, was the Pentagon saying that aliens are real. Well, not saying aliens are real, but that they got something that was unidentified, flying in our air and stuff like that. So this is a post made by the CBS News, and it's titled "A Mysterious Deep Space Radio Burst is Sending Signals to Earth every 16 days." So there's something sending signals to Earth every 16 days. And I guess I can just read the whole post. It's not that long. And it says, a mysterious object in a galaxy 500 million light years away is confusing scientists with its signal. It appears to be transmitting signals that reach Earth in a repeating 16-day pattern. Not 60, 16. But researchers have no idea why. According to a recent study, this marks the first time astronomers have detected a reliable pattern in the signal known as FRB, fast radio bursts. It's an important step figuring out where the bursts originate from. Before now, such pulses appeared to be random in timing. That changed when the Canadian Hydrogen Intensity Mapping Experiment Fast Radio Burst Project discovered a repeating pattern. That was pretty long. Okay. The recently detected FRB sends out bursts that last for 4 days before stopping for 12 days, then repeating. The first 28 cycles were observed between September 2018 and October 2019 using the Chime Radio Telescope in British Columbia. We conclude that this is the first detected periodicity of any kind in an FRB source. The study's author said the discovery of a 16-day periodicity. What? Periodicity. I'm so sorry. I'm butchering that. In a repeating FRB source is an important clue to the nature of this object. The first FRB was spotted in 2007, and the signals have mystified scientists ever since. They only last for 1,000th of a second, making them difficult to study. Hundreds have been spotted, but only a handful have ever repeated themselves, and they seem to come from locations all over the universe. Okay, and then they kind of try to explain it, saying, while the cause of the repeating pattern is unknown, researchers said the FRB could be orbiting a black hole-like object, flashing its signal at a specific point in its orbital period. According to another study looking at the same data, the pattern could be consistent with that of a binary star system containing a massive star and a dense neutron star. The neutron stars could be emitting the bursts, which are sometimes hidden by winds caused by its massive friend. There is one source most scientists have generally ruled out. There is one source most scientists have generally ruled out: aliens. But discovering more repeating FRBs may be the only way to know for sure. And yeah, that is that. That's kind of crazy that we're getting a signal from 500 million light years away. That's honestly amazing. But I would also say that, man, that's really interesting. One of the things that I was thinking about is I had seen, going back to the WOW signal, how they were saying that the WOW signal was received in 1977? Yeah, on August 15th, 1977, the WOW signal. That's insane. Think of, we would have got that signal something in the air, in the space that, made this sound, or, saying, oh, it was a glitch in the telescope. I think that's so interesting. I wonder if maybe in the past we've gotten signals from alien civilizations, but we were either not we weren't technologically advanced back then, to where when we received that signal, we didn't even know it, or back when we were cavemen or anything like that, we were either visited or we were sent a signal that we never got. Because I mean, think about it. It would be weird to say you got this whole massive universe and only one human race. Like, don't you think there's more life out there? And to me, that's super interesting, because now, like, you have all this stuff going on where people are spotting aliens and stuff like that more often than way before. And I just think that's incredible. I think that's so interesting. And obviously, not every alien civilization is gonna be like humans. Like, maybe some of them won't be as advanced as us. For all we know, we could be the most advanced, but I mean, I doubt it. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that's smarter, more capable than us, and that's probably why we see UFOs and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just think that's really incredible. It kind of made me think about that. Like, what if we've received signals before, but we weren't technologically advanced to be able to decode them, or be able to, know what the signal was, what the signal meant, or who it was sent by. And yeah, it's just interesting, and something to kind of think about. Because, like I said, in my opinion, I don't even think, like, I know, or I don't think we are the only race out there. While we're not, there's more things that are human-like out there. And I mean, they could be around us right now. They could be visiting us and living within us, or not within us, like around us, but we don't know, because they're just that smart. They're able to kind of live with us, and be able to study us, as a species, and kind of watch us grow into what we are now. And yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I know it's like my own theory, or it's like, it's not a fact, it's something that I kind of think about. But it's something that I always found interesting, that some people believe that humans are like the smartest thing in the universe, or humans are like the only smart things in the whole universe. And I think that that's not true. I think that there has to be other things like humans out there, whether it be that they're less advanced or more advanced. There has to be someone or something out there that's like us, that thinks like us, that's smart like us, or like I said, smart or dumber, whatever. But that's always on the back of my mind. I think that's really interesting. And some people say that there are aliens or reptilians or whatever that live among the human race. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, because more advanced, we can get better videos. And it's kind of funny though, because in 2020 you still have like those videos of people saying, oh, we got aliens, and it's like really bad graphics. Or sometimes with the technology that we have now, some people will post videos and they'll look real but they're totally fake. You know, it's hard to know when something's real or fake, but like I said, you know, you can't deny that the Pentagon released those unidentified flying object videos that, you know, is pretty amazing. Hopefully, you know, someday in my lifetime, I'm able to see more solid proof of aliens being real or aliens visiting Earth. That would be amazing. And hopefully they're friendly and not, you know, non-friendly, because that would be bad. Especially if they're definitely more advanced than us. But yeah, anyways, I think I'm going into a huge rant, and maybe I should leave it for another video or future videos, stuff like that. But yeah, honestly, I just wanted to thank you guys. If you made it to the end of the video, leave a like, leave a comment letting me know that you did. If you guys have any interesting facts that you want to let me know about, that you guys know, feel free to leave it in the comments. You know, like I said, I really like learning new facts or new things, so I love doing this. And you know, I love just making videos for you guys. Hopefully these videos are interesting to you guys as they are to me, and don't take any of these as facts. They're just conspiracies. With any conspiracy, some of them can be real, some of them can be just made up and fake. So yeah, don't take these as facts. This is just like a fun video for us to kind of listen to and kind of let our mind wander off into like a what if kind of thing. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for everything, for the continuous support. And man, I just hope you guys are having a great night.